Yeah. Cavalier mentality, I charge through every bracket. King on the court, LeBron legacy in my fabric. Brown when I'm grinding, dog pound in the trenches. Guardian at the gate, protecting all my riches. Cavs in my veins, championship parade route. Browns in the mud, fourth quarter, never doubt. Guardians of tradition, progressive feel my temple. Training like I'm drafted, work ethic monumental. In the zone, can't stop my ascension in the zone. Discipline my weapon in the zone. Greatness by intention in the zone. It's my resurrection in the soul.
Yo, happy Monday. Hope everybody had a blessed, productive, positive weekend. And welcome to this episode of EnDaZone Sports. I'm your host, the man with the plan with the cleanest ways in all the land, Spivey. Also, I got with me on my right, y'all left, Kels the Truth in the building. What's good,
What's
Kels?
going on? What's going on, people?
Not much. And we got a special guest joining the show tonight, Blaze Hunter.
What's up, Blaze?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me good? Do I sound good? I'm echoing. I'm good. We straight?
You good.
You good.
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm out here in the beautiful city of Florida. I just wish my team was operating that way. But, you know, we out here in beautiful South Florida. You know what I mean? Palm trees. We out here in paradise, you know.
Hey, I want to see that bull crap.
I was right about now. That good ass Miami.
Pretty sure it's probably look cold out there, huh?
What up, Juice?
What up, Juice?
Actually, it ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of nice outside.
What up, JD?
What up, JD?
It ain't 85 though.
JD.
It's cool.
It ain't 85, but you know, I deal with this. I deal with this all day. But appreciate everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the EnDaZone Sports. Also, for those that's tuning in on the DSMN network, the best network in the land, hosting the best show in the land, EnDaZone Sports. We got a lot we gonna get into today. We got some NBA talk. We got Spivey, first annual weekly. I said what I said. Ain't gonna be nothing too long because I got a lot to get into today, but you know, we got some WWE talk. That's why you see my man Blaze right here. With that being said, we're gonna start with the WWE Wrestle Mania season is coming. It's almost here.
Yes, sir.
You know, they got some very interesting matches going. But my favorite match that I really want to see, actually, it's two of them. One is Jade Cargill against Rhea Ripley. Why? Yep. I want to actually see Jade Cargill, what she could deliver in the biggest stage of them all, which is Wrestle Mania. Also, the other one, my tribal chief.
What's up?
Come on, man.
Put him up.
Yes, sir.
Going one-on-one with CM Punk, which they done got real personal. With that being said, Blaze, how you feeling about WrestleMania season this year, and what matches is you looking forward to seeing?
Man, normally I'm always the positive Pete when it comes to WWE because you know the internet is the kings and queens of whining and complaining about every little thing.
What up, Donna?
And I'm always like, yo, let them cook. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you, because of all the injuries we done had, it's a lot of it kind of got me shook and scared a little bit. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying, with this rant, they had to swerve from Seth Rollins because of the Vision, all of them hurt and injured, and so many injuries. But I'm right now, even though I'm before my tribal chief, I need to see Oba and Brock. I'm ready for Oba. I'm ready for my dog, man. That's what I want to see. Yes, sir. It's in the shoulders.
We about to see a change in what they call the guard, as far as the big, massive, big man in WWE with Brock Lesnar and Obi.
Big beefy man smacking man meat.
Yeah. I think Obi gonna win that match, man. I got Obi to win that match, and I think this is gonna start the
yes,
really pushing Obi Femi in WWE.
Yeah, man. I feel like it too. It's even though he real young, he got such a presence behind him. The fans is behind him, and you got to pull the trigger on that immediately. You know, Brock don't need to win. You know what I'm saying? He really don't need it. Brock, he defeated the Undertaker's undefeated streak. You know what I'm saying? He's solidified. You know what I'm saying? It's time to let the young kid get that.
To this day, I'm still shocked about that, the way that whole match went. Nobody knew the match was over with. Even I watched the TV.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like,
they weren't even ready in the truck. They had the music ready and nothing.
Look, wifey was salty. You know, she wanted to see the Undertaker streak keep going. Like a lot of us want to see it going, but you know, Brock did that. But I think it's all coming to an end. This WrestleMania will be filming. How you feel about Randy Orton Cody match?
Oh, I was excited about it. I'm still excited about it. I just hate these new dynamics with Pat McAfee being, and I'm like, I want to let him cook, but then I can't knock the people that's complaining. Like, really, this?
I was gonna ask you about that. How you felt about Pat McAfee? You know, first you see who was that? Lil Yachty, Jelly Roll. You done had who's the
guy? ISO Speed.
Yeah, I'm about to say ISO Speed and
I was very entertained. LA Knight beat the hell out of him on his podcast. That was beautiful.
I say that. You know,
you had then it wasn't Patrick Mahomes in there before too.
They got the GOAT. They got the GOAT. Freaking why can't I think? I said GOAT, and I'm looking at y'all, and I'm thinking King James. But no, they got Brady. They got freaking Brady.
Who was the rapper? Damn, I can't get his name out. That was helping John Cena.
Oh, that was there. Talking about from freaking last year. Freaking, I can't think of the skinny bastard name either. He not finger snap. He ain't finger snap famous. I don't know why we having a hard time.
Wasn't ASAP Rocky? Was it?
No, not ASAP. It's Travis Scott.
Yeah, Travis Scott. You done got Travis Scott in there. You know, like all these celebrities turning over to WWE, man. You know, Triple H really trying to do something with the league. A lot of people not agreeing with what he's doing. Don't like what he's doing. They feel he's putting WWE in more of a hole than what they're already in. How you feeling about that?
I think people need to stop whining. First off, it's TKO, not Triple H. I want y'all to understand that. That's why they putting out Unreal the way that they do and giving us a little peek behind the curtain, so y'all can see how a lot of times it ain't really Triple H. You know what I'm saying? And then TKO, they bought money. They want their money grab. TKO, they're not thinking of exactly the fans' best interest, which is why it's in Vegas again. You know what I'm saying? They're doing Vegas back to back. And people like, all right, we already spent all that bread last year. You want us to go back to Vegas and spend more bread? And you already know the hotel's going to be expensive. Restaurants going to be expensive. So they're not thinking about that. And now they doing where, you can have your name in the ring if you pay a certain amount of money. So yeah, it's really more TKO and them. As far as what Triple H and all them doing, wrestling as hot as it's ever been. It's like people say all the Attitude Era was the best, and even though I'm an Attitude Era kind of guy, this is the most successful. This is the most successful era. It is what it is. This is the most successful financially, viewership. So I'll just say we just let them cook, man. We let them cook. They can't control injuries because that's really what messed a lot of things up. A lot of the main people that they wanted to see got hurt, so that real storylines.
Do you think we could finally see a Zillify 2?
Man, I don't know what they're doing and why they're not pulling this trigger yet, man.
I think it's gonna happen.
I'm just like, where is it? When is it? It's either they gonna come, because CM Punk have been being real slick with the Samoans. He has been. Yeah. And if you look, a lot of them have said something on podcasts. Like Jacob didn't say nothing on WWE TV, but he was doing a podcast not too long ago, and he was like, "Yeah, normally Punk my dude, but he done got slick with the family, so we're gonna address that later." Zilla said something about it. So maybe we might see Zilla. I know he's gonna be in Vegas. He got a match at Wrestle in Vegas, so I know he's gonna be in Vegas. So let's see if he pulled a swerve and he come through.
I think he is. Talk to me about another interesting matchup that I think is gonna be a good match. It should be a good match with Drew McIntyre and Fatu. How you feeling about that?
These boys about to kill each other.
Yeah.
This thing about to be crazy. Yeah, I can't wait for this. And it's time to get Fatu next to that Jacob to that next level. Start getting him in that, start going toward that title picture. So and it's good because I know Drew getting ready to bounce and go do a movie. He about to go shoot. What is that, Highlander or whatever. So he could beat the hell out of Drew. Send him packing and go ahead and shoot some movies, and Jacob get back to running things.
So is that the reason? Question for you: is that the reason they took the belt off of Drew so quick? Because I feel like, I like Drew McIntyre. When Drew McIntyre first came, I was one of the ones that's like, yeah, he about to be, because when he first got there, he reminded me of Triple H a little bit. But then he tailed off, came back, and he got screwed time after time after time. Then he finally got this belt, and they end up getting screwed again on SmackDown for it. Like, what direction did they really going to go with McIntyre? And is that the reason why they took the belt off of him because of the movie?
Yeah, I believe that's definitely the reason they took the belt off of him because of the movie. Because he already had that in the contract that he was going to be away and doing that. So it makes sense because if you keep it on him, and like a lot of people on the internet already know Drew finna go shoot this movie, it'll be like, all right, we know Cody gonna win or whoever going. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. And then the better storyline is Cody and Randy over. Nobody want to see Cody and Drew. I mean, not Cody and Drew, but Randy and Drew. I didn't want to see that.
Cody and Drew or Randy and Drew. Like, nobody wants to see either one of them.
Exactly. Not in Mania. We've seen it too many times already. We good.
He fit Highlander though. I said he do fit Highlander though. If you really look at
he definitely
fit.
Big facts. Big facts.
So as a WWE fan and waiting to see Wrestle Mania, are you satisfied with the card? Is there any matches that you like, why they throw that in there, or just some other matches have seen happen?
Yeah. We got 2 more weeks before, 1 more week before WrestleMania. So I'm hoping that Carmelo Hayes get added to that U.S. title match. That's one that I'm like I'm Trick. I want Trick. I want Trick to kill it, but I don't want Melo. I feel like Melo been putting in work, and he should be at Mania. So I'm hoping that. The other one is I'm not understanding. Why they just threw together. Gunther and Seth Rollins. Like I get it. They need both of them on the card because Gunther was supposed to have a feud with Ray, but Ray got hurt. Right. And then Rollins and I think I could be wrong, but I think they was going to do the retirement match. Gunther been retiring everybody, so I think Ray was going to put his career on the line. I think that what they was going to do that, but that ain't happened because Ray not cleared. And then Seth was supposed to be against Braun, but Braun he did just get cleared, but it's like they don't got no time to really build. So
what happened to Gunther? Like what went wrong? Well, I don't want to say wrong, like something actually like happened, but 1 minute he in a title picture winning belts and he lose it. Now they just got him in just to retiring these old heads. Like
I believe it was a smart strategic move to have him in that position because it gives him an excuse not to be in the title picture. Because it's like when you as dominant as Gunther, it's like how this man ain't in the title picture all the time. So now he's getting satisfaction of eliminating the legends. He eliminated Cena, eliminated AJ, so now next we got Ray, and then he better eliminate Brock. You know what I'm saying?
you want Gunther taking everybody out, huh?
You'll take them all out, bro.
I think Brock might be done after the Obafemi match, though. I just think he came back just to pump up that match between them, and like they've been saying, basically like passing the torch to the pieces of the ring to Obafemi.
Hey, they play it right. Obafemi could start his own WrestleMania streak.
That dude, that's a big boy. That's a big
boy.
Any surprises you think gonna happen and who You know, every time I WrestleMania, they always doing live
exactly
and performances. Is there any particular wrestler that you're looking to see their live performance this year at WrestleMania?
As far as live performances, I don't even know who this is. I'm trying to think of who theme song got somebody crazy. I don't know, but you did just remind me because the Usos got a new theme. Mm-hmm. I need to know what's going on with them in LA Knight. Like it's feeling like they're gonna do, you know, the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision and ISO Speed. And I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna watch anyways, you know, but
yeah.
I'm ready for LA Knight to get his push before people we good with LA. You know,
I'm like ready to see Jay turn heel, man. Like he been acting like a heel as of late. He got type attitude. Like I want to see Jay go heel, and he get put back in the type real.
Exactly.
I like Jay Uso.
I'm hoping to see The Rock. They've been doing a lot of like placements that had The Rock in it. There's a few times where they've been in that backstage area with a Rock on the truck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The last time they did that, they did, you know, Cena on the truck, and all of them were surprises that year Cody won. So I'm hoping The Rock.
They think The Rock gonna show up at WrestleMania and lightweight help Punk keep that belt against Roman, which is gonna build up Rock and Roman Reigns next year at WrestleMania. Like try to build that. You see that being a possibility?
I feel like the momentum on that died. Like there was a hype for it, like people wanted it really bad, but then when they tried to take it away from Cody, everybody was like, "No, not at the expense of we need the story finished." So that kind of took it away, and then the disappointment of him not being involved last year during the Cena thing, people like I feel like that momentum for wanting to see that match has died down, especially Roman became so much more part-time since then. It's like I don't think there's really too much hype on that. So I mean, I feel like it'd be better if he helped if he was in favor of Roman, and then and he was the one to get the new bloodline together, get them boys, get the new Samoans together.
He did put a target. Excuse me, did put a target on his back with all the Samoans, man. Like
and talking straight and not afraid to talk trash.
Right, but you know that been CM Punk his whole career at WWE. Even back on WWF, that's why he left the first time because he just wouldn't listen, getting into it with everybody. Nope. That's when Triple H started really converting over to the corporate side, getting into it with him a lot. CM Punk definitely gonna speak his mind and don't give a damn, man. I think that's what I like about CM Punk too, because he just don't fucking his promos, they be on point. They be on point. Like he be spitting, like he be telling the truth about some shit. He really do be telling the truth.
Oh yeah.
He be head on with it. So I'm looking for really to see that, man. I hope that be night 2. I hope that ain't night 1. The Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
I hope that's night 2 in WrestleMania that way. And get a type of
they need to start it with Oba and Brock. I feel like that's that's gonna kick it off. That's gonna set the whole tone for the show.
Start Saturday off with that? That's what you're
saying? Saturday or Sunday, either one don't matter to me. Either one.
I just hope
I feel like I can't wait. So you know,
right. I just hope it don't end up being a match like they was trying, like they promoted big, and that match ended up being garbage as fuck. Goldberg.
It'd be a build up.
Yeah,
it'd be like the build up so much, and then when they finally get together, it'd be like,
because that Jay versus Jimmy Uso, that Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso match was trash.
Yeah, that was another one too. Like, so I hope they got it right, man. I hope Triple H got it right this time. I can't wait to watch WrestleMania. ESPN is really collecting this dough. They really collected this paper.
Facts.
This paper for real. I appreciate you, Blaze, for coming on, talking some WWE with us. I see you on the road, man. Most likely handling this show you always do. And again, you know, I appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do for me and have did for me, man. And you know, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate both of y'all, man. Yes, sir. Y'all catch your boy tomorrow morning. I Feel Good morning show. Yo, man. Let's get it. Night for the TV in the building.
In the building. Most definitely be on that tomorrow morning. Most definitely. Again, appreciate you, big homie, man, and we gonna talk soon.
Yes, sir.
My brother.
Yes, sir. That was Blaze Hunter, Knife Wonder TV, man. That's my dude, Blaze, man. Been my dog for about 3 years now, 3-4 years now. He the one actually got me started with the whole network thing and all that, which is going to lead me to the first segment for the first time of I said what I said, Spivey Weekly Rant. You call it a rant, call it whatever it is you want to call it. But speaking of Blaze again, he was the guy that, took me in and saw my work on social media, and actually it was Christy that introduced me and Blaze and, got me on Signature Series Network. And we just worked from there. I learned a lot from him as far as networking, and which got me to want to start my own network, which, as y'all see now, DSMN. Put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of work with this. Kills, you put in work as well. You've been here, been with me for the past 6 years. So you know how much we did, how much we put towards all this. And then, come up with the network. And my thing is, I work hard, so I want to work with people who work hard. I want to work with people who want to get that bag, get that money. And you got some people out here that just don't want to do it. You got a lot of people out here that want handouts. Like if it ain't for free, they get a 5-figure discount. They don't want to deal with it. But I see, how can I put this? How can I put this professionally and say, what you laugh at, man? like what you, I ain't laughing at this, I just don't. I see a lot. I see a lot on social media. I see a lot as I'm scrolling. I see people page. I see certain podcast shows and all this. And I just don't like the fact when you try to help, they don't accept the help. They don't want the help because things don't go a certain way. But then when you look, you see a lot of ideas of yours that you done did. You see them doing. I see everything with or without these glasses. I see everything. Things that wasn't happening before, but then I started doing things, and I get it. Some people may have an idea. You're like, man, that's a nice idea. So let me try that, or let me get some advice from that person on how they go about doing this. They just don't steal it. They ask questions and all that. But then you got people, who just do. Again, I see a lot of things on these podcast shows, certain podcast shows, things that again I haven't seen up until I started doing things, to try to make their show relevant, make their show good. Again, and I don't watch too many people podcasts. I don't, because I try not to, because I don't want to watch a lot of people things and then come up with ideas and be like, damn, that was theirs. I got that from them. I got this from them. I like to try to come up with things of my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad enough when you in business. Every network you watching, every reporter, you basically talk about the same thing anyway. But it's all about how you delivering yours and the message that you are bringing. You don't necessarily have to take people's stuff word for word and look for look. But I find myself again scrolling down, seeing a lot of, I don't say a lot, but certain podcast shows that duplicate a lot of things that we do here on the best sports podcast show in the land, which is EnDaZone Sports, on the best network in the land, DSMN. Also, you can follow DSMN on social media as well, but we have our own platform. We don't answer to nobody. Not no.
You are so silly.
We answer to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, I wish people the best. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do, but don't hate. You know what I'm saying? To try to make yours relevant when we could have been working together and doing all this together. So,
well, you know what they say though. They say the best flattery is a person who trying to copy you.
Yeah, but we often imitated but can't be duplicated. I'm gonna put it like that.
And that's the best thing because you can never be the originator. There's already that originated stuff.
Hey, again,
something like Kobe trying to be Mike. Rest in peace, Kobe. But
yeah, but the difference with that is at least Kobe took it and seasoned some shit up a little bit and added his own or whatever. But nevertheless, man, again, I wish people the best. I wish people, for whatever it is that they do, but don't, what I'm saying, go about doing stuff in slick ways, per se. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But it's all good. It's all good. Long as people know DSMN is the best network in the land, not social media platform. Well, we that too. We about to take over, as DJ Khaled said. We taking over. But we are the best network in the land and the best sports podcast show in the land. EnDaZone Sports, myself, Kels, and our plethora of friends and guests that we bring on. So I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. Like, I appreciate it. It's flattering, to try to mimic what I do and mimic certain things. It's keep up the good work, guys. Appreciate you, JD. It's flattering,
JD.
You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like the way people go about doing certain things. That just bothers me. And
right.
You're gonna do what you do, and be successful at it. But don't, it's certain codes and certain ways you go about doing things. But that was my first I said what I said segment.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. I said what I said. Out. We often chest. But we can't be duplicated. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Moving on, we got a lot. We have some breaking news today. Michael Malone has accepted the job at UNC. So he'll be going over to what? What you make that face for?
Because that's not a match.
Why? Why you
that
say
is not Mike? You know what Mike Malone? Mike Malone is one of them old school tough ass coaches. And with kids, you're gonna have to be a little bit, leaning. Plus, in North Carolina, you're gonna have a lot of one and done there. And it seems like to get his program together. Now, coaching wise, that's the best thing for North Carolina because what they're gonna get is a great coach.
How you say that's the best coaching wise? That's the best thing for North Carolina, but you started off saying that ain't a good match.
Because his personality. It's two different things in coaching. You got your S and the O's and then your personality. Your personality got to match Carolina. And I don't think Mike Malone matched Carolina. But it was a good pickup, coaching-wise.
Yeah, they needed somebody North Carolina needed. Throughout their whole program over the course of the year, they always had that coach.
Right.
Smith.
Roy Williams.
Now you got Michael Malone, but I think he could go over there and do a good job in the college aspect of basketball. So big ups to Mike Malone. Congratulations for you getting that job at UNC. In the WNBA, we had a trade today. The Chicago Sky traded Angel Reeves to the Atlanta Dream for 2 first-round picks and something else. Like, do you think that was a good deal? Who you think got the better of that deal between the Sky and the Dream, or did the Dream give up too much just to get
the Dream? The Dream did get too much because they got Rain Howard and Alicia Gray over there. All the Dream needed to compete with the Aces was another big lady like Angel Reese who can bang with. Now I'm not saying she better than Aja Wilson, but at least she can rebound wise with her, And that's what Angel Reese is good at rebounding. They already got the score at Rain Howard and Alicia Gray. They just need somebody else to bang with the big girls down low. So that was a great trade for the Dream.
I was about to make a joke as far as Angel Reese when you just said, she already got the rebound together. I was about to make a joke, but she missed the shots on purpose.
Hey, she trying to pad her stats. I don't blame her.
Right, pad her stats, miss the shot, get the rebound, put it back in, the pad her stats. But big up to Angel Reese, man. I'm happy for Angel Reese. Chicago wasn't winning. Great trade for real.
Yeah, because that's what they needed.
Chicago wasn't winning. She wasn't there. In a talent like Angel Reese, you always want to see them on the platform and on the stage to where their talent gonna be showcased night after night after night, and it just wasn't there in Chicago. I think she's gonna be a big upgrade for the Atlanta Dream. Do this move, put them in the championship.
Yes, they're in the top. They in the top contender of the championship now because they got 2 bona fide guard scorers, and Angel Reese now don't have to worry about scoring as she had to do it in Chicago. So now she can concentrate on rebounding, standing, like you say, pattern stats. She's gonna get real stats now. She don't have to worry about.
I was just joking. Big up Angel Reese. I don't want no problems. I'm just saying that's what the people were saying. A lot of people were saying, that
was true.
Shots on purpose. Oh. Now if we ain't on the air come Friday or sometime next week, y'all blame Kills, man. Y'all blame Kills, but pick up.
Okay, hold up. My bad. Allegedly.
Huh?
All right, there you go. Now they can't do nothing.
You cleared that up quick. You said allegedly, huh?
Exactly.
But yeah, big up to Angel Reese, man. We gonna keep it in the women's basketball NCAA yesterday evening, last night, however you want to put it. I was shocked watching it. I didn't expect for it to happen that way. But the UCLA Bruins put a beat down on South Carolina, Don Staley and company. Did you expect that? Was that game more about South Carolina or more about UCLA?
It's a little bit of both to me, but it was more about UCLA because UCLA was 37-1. They are a great defensive team, and they had the best player, Lauren Becks, on the team going against
go forth in the draft.
Yeah, so and she was determined MVP, so it was they jumped on them real quick too. It was like, damn, right off the bat, UCLA was on that.
Man.
Also, South Carolina only shot 13% from the 3-point line. Man. So they couldn't really get nothing together. But it's an interesting stat. Don Staley went to the national championship 3 straight years. There's only 3 coaches that's done that. Yeah. Joseph Petty at Auburn, Pat Summit, and Gino. Of course, Gino, And I also think all that ruckus and all that stuff was happening with her Don Staley and them back to back could have affected the team coming out because it was so close.
You talk about the distraction with her and Gino? What you talking about?
Yeah, the distraction. It came straight after when they lost and going into the national championship because usually South Carolina come out strong. They didn't come out as strong in this game.
Hey, Don Staley said they interviewed her. They talked to her. She said no distractions. That ain't what she's thinking about. She got a game to focus on. So I'm not going to sit up here and say it was the whole sideline confrontation with her and Gino. After that loss that South Carolina had at UConn. So I don't think it was that. I just think, if you look at it, early in the season, they had an interview with Don Staley, and they asked her, was this team good enough to make it to the national championship? And she said, no. You know what I'm saying? But it was just when you got a good coach that know how to coach, you could take not your best team to a championship game, not necessarily say you're going to win it, but you could get your team there. Any good. We talk about Miami Heat and Eric Spoelstra. They year after year, lately it ain't like he been having the best squad, the best team, but he always find himself at least in the play-in tournament to get into the playoff. Hell, he the only coach that got his team into the play-in tournament as a 10th seed to the finals. And they end up losing, even though they lost, he still got in there. So coaching does matter, and I think Don Staley is a great coach, and she got her team there. She just ran into a buzzsaw. She just ran into a team that they had a team full of seniors that knew they wanted this. They wanted that game, and they went in there and took that boy from her. I have never seen Don Staley. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Hey, you got a great coach. You got a great coach. Mike Tomlin of the league, but great coach.
Great coach. But yeah, South Carolina just got dogged, man. And I don't know. It is what it is. You know, they got their ass whooped. You know, they got their ass whooped. That was UCLA first title since, was it 76?
Their first title. Yeah, this their first title. No, this the women's first title.
The women's is what, 76?
Oh, but the men's, they won 10. They won 11. So it was around about 76 because John Wooden and them had a lot of NCAA championship with Kareem and Bill Walton and those boys. But UCLA
controlled the tempo and made this a structured game. South Carolina was going to struggle, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, they struggled big.
Exactly.
They struggled big. But
they went down low most of the time to lower bets.
I don't think this is going to be the last you see South Carolina. They'll be back next year. Don Staley going to do what she do best. She going to recruit well. They going to be back. But I think this was just a wake-up call to not just the team, but to Don Staley and to the whole program period. Like, you trying to build. See, a lot of these teams is really in college, in women's college basketball, really trying to chase the legacy of UConn and Geno. And he set the standard. So every team is really trying to get there. That's why you see a lot of teams complaining about when they come out of March Madness, why they got to play UConn and be in that bracket, you know, because they know what you it's over with. It's over with. So
that's a shame.
It's a shame. A lot of these schools is building their programs to beat UConn, to be, you know what I'm saying, ran like UConn because they set the standard, they set the precedent. So it was a beat down of a championship game, but big up to both teams for making it there. Big up to UCLA for winning it all. And, you know, we'll see if they get back next year, but I definitely think South Carolina will be back.
I'm going to give Blaze something. Lise Jaime Yaquez's sister got a championship now. You know, Gabrielle scored 21 points and did her thing, 21 points and 10 rebounds. So they're going to hit championship.
So she's going to the brother's face at the dinner table, huh? When the family gets together. I got a championship. I don't care if it was college. I got a championship before you, big bro.
Yep.
Big ups to South Carolina. We're going to move on and talk some NBA. My Lakers. Let me not say my Lakers. Bron. I follow Bron wherever he goes. You know, I'm a Bron fan. But the Lakers, 4 days ago, announced Luka Doncic was out for the rest of the regular season with a hamstring. You know, them hamstrings is very, very, very tricky. Don't know how long they can keep you out. You think it's healthy. You think you're feeling well. You come back and pull it even more. 2 days later, Austin Reeves, MRI, oblique, for the rest of the regular season. And he might be missing 4 to 6 weeks. As I said, 4 to 6 weeks. So
4 to 6 weeks.
A month and 2 weeks. So I think it's over. Are the Lakers cooked?
The Lakers are a real cook because they have no other person on that team to lead them but Bron. And Bron, everybody know how Bron at this stage of his career, he can't carry a team like he used to.
Maybe he get that. Unfortunately, maybe he get that 40 that Dar was talking about now. He gonna have to.
He gonna have one of them Cleveland moments. You know, like he did when every playoff game he had at least one of them Cleveland. I'll call them Cleveland moments or Miami moments. But he gonna have one of them Cleveland moments. But to put all that pressure on him is not gonna be good for the Lakers. I heard that Luka is going to fly over to Germany to try some special treatment. Yeah. And you know how what they did is CMC. He went over to Germany. All of a sudden, he came back as a person who did get injured. So we'll see how that goes. Little performance enhancing drugs.
Championship in one of my leagues. Shout out to CMC.
Yeah. So Rob Pelinka got to go out and do something better to prevent this to happen. His team is very flawed. They only got 3. Hachimura is a role player who only can score minimal points. So I can't count on him. DeAndre Ayton supposed to be that big man who can, but he doesn't play as normal defense, but he can score.
He don't like
and
he don't like how he get used to LA. That's crazy.
Man, everywhere he go, he say the same thing. I don't like how to get used. You gotta make yourself press. You gotta make yourself known. If you're a big man, ask for the damn ball. Doggone ball. Then you can receive it. Marcus Smart been hurt the whole year, so you really don't know. I like Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is that tough-minded defensive player, but he cannot stay healthy. So next year, Rob Pelinka, the GM, gonna have to go out and get some players. He really gonna have to get some players.
Well, I think that's gonna happen anyway because I don't expect LeBron to be back with LA next season.
You think he is?
No, I don't think. I think it's over with LeBron in LA after this season. I think it's over.
Okay.
But you're absolutely right. Rob Pelinka gotta shake this roster somehow. How he gonna do that, I don't know. But as far as the Lakers, they're done. I agree with you. They're done. Like it's like we talked about it, or we talked about it last show. They better be happy. They're in a position of where they can't even drop to get into that play-in tournament.
No.
Playoffs period. Because now and they lost to Dallas yesterday. So I won't be surprised if the Lakers don't win another game for the rest of the regular season, which is their drop. You know what I'm saying, in the standings. And like I said on the last show, either they're going to be playing Minnesota, Houston, or
Denver.
Maybe a Denver. And each three of those squads you do not want to see, period. Whether they have Luka and AR, them still some tough teams you really don't want to see.
Right.
They would have had a better chance with Luka and AR being in there. But without them two, you talk about a guy who leads your team in points, assists, and rebounds, and Luka Doncic. We saw the tear that he was on. Second leading scorer, right. And we saw the tear he was on up until the injury. And then another thing, I was watching some of these sports shows, and a certain guy, I just don't like when people say things that ain't true. I'm hearing Stephen A, like we're making fun of Luka. Oh, you wasn't hurt when you was dropping them 40s and 50s on all them other teams, but when you get to OKC, all of a sudden you're hurt. You holding your hamstring. Now you get an MRI and show he had a legit injury. I just don't like when people do that. That irritates my soul. But the Lakers, they done for. If Luka come back by the time the playoffs start, they will be okay. Otherwise, it's over. That's gonna be. I mean, you got to think about
that's gonna be a miracle. He got a grade 2 sprain.
It's the last week of the NBA regular season.
Exactly.
Like he definitely ain't coming back next week. I will be real shocked and surprised to see Luka Doncic out there next week for the playoffs. And if he is,
he bought a new hamstring.
You said he brought a new hamstring.
Yeah, if he come back next week.
and we just don't want to see him come out there too early to re-aggravate it or re-hurt it, a la Kevin Durant when he came back in the finals after his Achilles injury, and he re-injured it against Toronto.
Right.
Thank God Jason Tatum right now, knock on wood, coming back from his Achilles injury. He's playing great basketball. But them hamstrings is very, very tricky. Them hamstrings is tricky. So it's a wrap. I think the Lakers just need to start looking for the off season. Because again, either one of the teams they play, they're going out in the first round if they don't have Luka or AR. As Dar said, Bron ain't the 16 Bron no more. The man 41. No. He can't continue to keep doing what he was doing in the past. And unfortunately, it just had to, when it rains, it pours, and it just poured down on the Lakers. But
Brian was like,
as Kale say, you still got to play the game. They still got to go out there and play. It's going to be a very, very, very difficult process. It's going to be very, very, very difficult situation for the Lakers. Again, whomever they play, but first round dropout, what I'm saying right now from the Lakers with no Luka or no AR. Another team that clinched the number 1 seed is the Detroit Pistons. So the road through the Eastern Conference to get to the finals goes through Detroit. Do you think Detroit needed to lock up that number 1 seed to get to the finals, or do you think, even if Boston would have caught them, they was cool? And do you see a team knocking the Pistons off for them getting to the finals, even having home court advantage throughout the playoffs?
As the playoffs look now, we will be able to play them in the second round, I think, if it goes that way. The Pistons needed this to be the number 1 seed because they need a home court advantage. The Pistons, yeah, because as a team, the Pistons really don't score as the team, and without Cade Cunningham, they like 19th in half court scoring. So if you stop them,
though, right?
No, that was with Cade McCain, Lord. That was with Cade. I'm about to call him Cade now. Cade Cunningham. That was with Cunningham. They was half court, 19th scoring half court. They are good on the transition. They was number 1 with 18 points per game in the transition, which means they was number 1 in turnovers. So my thing, if you stop them from getting going on the transition and making them play half court ball, which happens in the playoffs, turnovers come down. You have to make shots in a half court. You're not going to get out and run as much. They don't shoot the 3 well, neither. That's another thing. But they rebound the hell out the ball. So you have to make sure you stopping them from rebounding, getting the offensive boards, getting second shot. They are a flawed team, but they need a home court advantage to get that to that point because they need that fans. And plus, they're a little young and a little green going into this playoff. You know, Azor Thomas, probably his first year. Cade Cunningham, his second year. First year going into the playoffs. Durant, first year going into the playoffs. But they got some veterans who've been there. Duncan Robinson, who can shoot. That's the only 3-point shooter. Karis LeVert is another one who's been there.
Streaky. He's a streaky.
They all streaker. They all streaky. Tobias Harris been there, but they need that home court advantage for the fans to bring them on. And we don't know how Bernie Bickerstaff rotation. We saw JB, his father. Whoa. JB Bickerstaff is with his rotation and see how he plays them. And let's see if Cade Cunningham coming back from the lung from the collapse lung.
That's gonna be the big thing, the health of Cade Cunningham. I think if Cunningham is not available for the playoffs, I think it's gonna be tough for Detroit. Because again, you just mentioned it in the playoffs, the game slows down. Teams can adjust to whatever it is that you're doing because it's a 7-game series. It's not like an NCAA March Madness where you got to come in, you got 1 game to play your ass off, and go home. So teams will be able to adjust to what Detroit doing. And right now, it looks like Detroit will be playing either you got Miami. Let me see,
the Hornets.
And they're playing some great basketball.
Real good.
They're real good. A lot of these teams. I'm about to get on one of them too in a minute.
Toronto.
I'm not too much really worried about Toronto, but as far as Detroit right now, they'll be looking at either Toronto, Charlotte, Orlando, Miami. And I think either one of the teams, maybe with the exception of Toronto, I don't think Toronto have enough firepower to run with Detroit.
But they got Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes.
Again, I don't think they have enough firepower.
Okay.
Charlotte, I definitely think have enough. You know, they could go in and score some points.
With Melo and Bridges.
Canupa, rookie of the year candidate. He might win rookie this year as well.
I don't know. Cooper Flag.
It's gonna be between Cooper Flag and Kyle Canupa. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another another call like we had the 1 year with Jason Kidd and was it Grant Hill.
I think so, yeah, Grant Hill.
So it's a lot of teams in that play-in that Detroit could be really, really scared of, especially if they don't have Cade Cunningham. So I do think they're going to beat him in that first round. I think Orlando will be a tough out for him too without having Cade Cunningham. But with Cade Cunningham, I think it's still going to be an uphill battle. Boston not playing. We see how Boston looking. I still got my faith and hope in my Cavs. Atlanta looking good. Charlotte looking good. So it's good Detroit got that number 1 seed, the home court advantage. I think they could go on the road and win. They don't show that all season. They could go on the road and win. They can win at home. But anytime you could clinch that number 1 seed and have a home court advantage throughout the playoffs, they're going to need it, especially they don't know what's going on with the health of Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham don't come back, then that's good. They got home court. They got the crowd behind them. They play good at home. But with Cade Cunningham, they play even better. So big up to Detroit securing that home court advantage throughout the playoffs with the number 1 seed. And just pray that, you know what I'm saying, Cade Cunningham is able to come back and they be in full tap, because what I don't want to hear is, you know, they didn't make it. They didn't get the first round because Cade Cunningham was hurt. I don't like this, because I want all teams to be at full strength. Speaking of the team in the East, the Atlanta Hawks, and I bring their name up because I want to talk about our Cavs. We got 4 games left. 2 games against Atlanta this week. We got 4 games left in the regular season, and right now it's looking like we're going to see the Atlanta Hawks in the first round of the playoffs. What do the Cavs need to do? Because you already know where I'm going to start at. In order for the Cavs to make a deep run in this postseason, and again, their first opponents might be a very, very, very tough and scary opponents in the Atlanta Hawks. What must the Cavs do to have a long postseason and at least get to, at minimum, at least, I want championship, but at least at minimum, get to the Eastern Conference Finals? What must they do?
My top 5 things they must do is they need to rebound the ball well, get defensive rebounds, make the opposition not get as many offensive rebounds. Second chance shots has been killing the Cavaliers this year. The rebounding has been atrocious sometimes this year. They also, number 2, defense. They have to play better.
That should have been number 1.
Me personally, I think rebounding helps your defense set up. But without rebounding the ball as successful, you can't set up your defense. But man to man, they have to get better man to man. They have to stop this dribble penetration from the top of the key from teams swinging the ball and getting open shot, which messed up our rotation for getting butt on butt, body on body for the rebound so we can box out. The third thing is Mobley and Harden have to at least average 50 points.
50?
50.
Combined. 50 points.
Combined. I don't care how it is. Mobley get 25, Harden get whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they have to get that. We need that cohesiveness, and we need Harden and Mobley be another option for Donovan Mitchell to do his thing in the fourth quarter.
I hear what you're saying for us, like Harden, but I don't think Harden. If Harden could be our third option and play well, I'm good. But I do agree with you with Evan Mobley. Evan fucking Mobley, excuse my language. I've been saying this all season, Evan Mobley. Look at what he did last year. You would expect for him to take that leap this year, and he haven't. But I have to say, besides the defense, which has to play better in the playoffs, or like Kenny Atkinson said, we're gonna be an early exit, especially playing the Atlanta Hawks and the way they've been playing basketball lately. Besides the defense, which they gotta play, Evan Mobley, I feel like got to come out here and average 23 and 14, 23 and 15 throughout this playoffs in order for to get to where we need to get to. Because long as James Harden can come out here and get his 20 points, his 7 to 10 assists, I'm good. Long as Spider come out here and do what he do, get his 30, couple of assists, rebound here, I'm good. Long as our role players, the Matt Struces of the world, can come out here and hit timely shots, open shots, I think the Cavs will be good. But Evan Mobley is going to be the key. If Evan Mobley can't give us what he gave us last year, at least it's going to be an early exit for us in the playoffs.
Right. I was getting to it too. I was getting to the bench play. The bench play. The most important bench player, I think, should be Sam Merrill or Alice or Schroeder. Schroeder and Merrill should be the key 2 bench players that's coming off the bench. I would be starting Strus as Strus becoming better now. I would start Strus because he opened up the lanes for Harden and Mitchell. My fifth is Kenny Atkinson. Atkinson gonna have to get these boys compared to for the second quarter, which we is atrocious. See, like we always give up our lead in the second quarter.
Second and third quarter.
Yeah, coming out of the quarter, coming out of halftime, we have to be better. Our fourth quarter, it seems like we have outscored every opponent in the fourth quarter. Not gonna say every fourth quarter this year, but we are leading the league in fourth quarter scoring as a team. He's gonna have to make adjustments. He had to get his rotation down together, and he had to make sure the Cavaliers come out prepared for them to win to get to where they need to get to. So this on Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah, Atkinson got to really come out here and have a good game plan for this first round of the playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks, a team that I think we're going to be playing. He got to come out here and have a well put together plan. Because them Hawks ain't playing. They're not playing.
Yeah.
They're not playing offensively. They're not playing. And again, I can't stress it enough. Evan freaking Mobley is going to be the key. Evan Mobley come out here getting us 13, 14 points. We not winning. We not winning.
Right.
We not winning. He got to give us 20 plus and 10 plus rebounds throughout the playoffs. But I do agree with you also, Kenny Atkinson. Now it was your time, dude.
Now you got to make them adjustments. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them adjustments.
You got to.
It's kind of weird that the Hawks traded their best player and they got better. Jada Johnson, CJ McCollum, and Dyson. And you know who the surprise player is? Nikhil Alexander-Walker. You know, he should get comeback player of the year because that's Shea Cousin. Mm-hmm. So he really been playing there and really helped Atlanta get from the dumps to where they at. They traded Dejounte Murray and they traded Trae Young, and they got better. And they got a 6th seed in the. They 5th seed in the playoffs.
I think Atlanta knew what they was doing when they did trade Trae Young. I think they saw the young talent that they had in Atlanta with Jalen Johnson, Daniels, Rick. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Ricochet.
I know what you said. Yeah, Ricochet.
I'm about pronouncing his name right. I know I got it wrong. My bad. I hate getting people's names wrong. But they knew what they were doing. They traded Trae Young. So Atlanta, I don't know.
They shoot the ball really well too. So we're gonna have to be RPs accused on that too.
We got to stay deep. Defense. Our offense ain't been playing all immaculate either. You know what I'm saying? We've been having struggles on the offensive end too. Like the past couple of weeks leading to the season ending, our offensive efficiency have went down. We got to get that established. But I think that will happen when he finally get the rotation together. I think you go see Mitchell, Harden, Strus, Mobley, Allen, Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder,
Tyson
and Merle. I think it's gonna be the 9 you see out there. I was talking to JD last night. For real. They need to get my boy Brian some minutes in the playoffs because he be playing.
He might be in there too with the big man because you gotta stagger Allen and Mobley minutes. So Brian gonna be in the mix. Naquan Tomlin might be in the mix too a little bit, get a little bit action. I'll just say a little bit. I ain't saying like
anybody get on action. You know, playoffs only running an 8-man.
But we deep enough. This what coaches get. This what coaches I don't understand. When you have a deep bench, sometimes that player might not have it that night that you give it, and you can go to somebody who might be able to turn the tide a little bit for you to give you that little energy. If you had that type of bench to do that, I understand you want to stay with your rotation, but sometimes you got to deviate from that and just go on your gut. Like for instance, if Mobley is not having a good first quarter, bring in Thomas Bryant real quick and see what he'd give you. He might give you that energy jump and make Mobley play better in the second half. That's what I mean by the adjustments. I mean you got to have a feel for the game.
Thomas Bryant, hey, look, that used to be JD a couple of years ago, for real.
Oh, Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, especially when he was with Washington. But I do want to see Thomas Bryant get some action. But nevertheless, Cavs, these last 4 games, get it together. Get whatever it is, the bad out your system, and bring the good in, because this is going to be a rough road to the finals, especially if we start off with the Atlanta Hawks. But I'm a Cavs fan. I got my belief in my Cavs. We going to get the job done. We can get it. We can get it. We can get it. They just got to play smart, and it's going to start on the defensive end and Evan Mobley. That being said, great show, Kels. I appreciate the big homie Blaze for coming on. Appreciate everybody that tuned in on the DSMN network, the best network in the land. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content on our YouTube channel at EnDaZone Sports. For myself, for Kels, appreciate everybody that tuned in for the comments. JD, Donna, Blaze. Appreciate all y'all. Same time, same place, Friday, 7 p.m. Get ready for another awesome hot show. And y'all keep tuning in. Without y'all, ain't no us, man. Again, appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. For myself and for Kels, the best network in the land, hosting the best sports podcast show in the land. We out of here. We'll catch y'all Friday. Deuces.
Peace.
Yeah. Cavalier mentality, I charge through every bracket. King on the court, LeBron legacy in my fabric. Round when I'm grinding, dog pound in the trenches. Guardian at the gate, protecting all my riches. Cavs in my veins, championship parade route. Browns in the mud, fourth quarter, never doubt. Guardians of tradition, progressive, feel my temple. Training like I'm drafted, work ethic monumental. In the zone, can't stop my ascension in the zone. Discipline my weapon in the zone. Greatness by intention in the zone. It's my resurrection in the soul.